Greetings, greetings. This is Dr. Williams, your superintendent, and this is our flipped work session. And of course, this is for our board meeting that will occur on May 7th, our May 7th board meeting. And you should have your packet with you, your hard copy. And of course, as with previous meetings, I'm going to just walk you through and give you some highlights of the various items that we will be considering for this May board meeting. So, of course, we've got our agenda for approval as well as the financial reports. And you've got that complete financial report. So if you could peruse it and definitely let us know if you've got some specific questions, especially if there's something that you may need more information on that we would need to bring to that May 7th board meeting. Just let us know about that. For our Team Selma celebrations on our May meeting, we do have the solo ensemble, the solos rather, and ensemble. And this is where we had students from R.B. Hudson and Selma High School who did a phenomenal job. And I'm really excited about this because we're going to get an opportunity to recognize quite a few of our scholars, our musicians, our artists for the work that they did. And of course, we'll highlight the various places that they were able to attain within that. And it's everything from fourth place to first place. So we had some superior ratings for our young people who participated in that. We also had a young lady who won an oratorical contest, and we're going to also bring her forward and congratulate her for that. And I was actually at that event, and she did a phenomenal job. It was about the Emancipation Proclamation, and she had to basically speak to it in terms of what it means today. And she did an awesome job with that. We do have several folks who have already reached out about public comments. We've got a parent group from Selma High School who want to discuss some concerns they have about athletics. And then Fire Rose Touré is also going to come before the board to speak, in addition to any other public comments that we may have. For your superintendent's report, I'm going to give you an update on moving. With the school closings and consolidations that we're doing this summer, we of course have a lot of moving parts, figuratively and literally, as it relates to making sure that our teachers get their things packed and moved, that the buildings are clean, that repairs are done, and so forth. So I will give you a detailed overview of where we are with that process that will include the timelines that are being shared with our faculties and staff at the impacted schools. Additionally, I will also talk about 11-month principles. I know this is something that we've spoken about on a number of occasions before, but I do have some proposed timelines and dates and so forth that would, I think, satisfy our concerns with how our 11-month principles work and the amount of days that they work during summer. So I will share that with you at our meeting on Monday and get some input and feedback from you at that time. We have talked about the fact that our elementary schools are being transformed to academies of academic excellence, and I will have details about each of those academies. I'll go ahead and tell you now just kind of briefly what those academies will consist of. Sophia P. Kingston is going to have a collaboratory, and it will be based upon having a room that's a maker space where students get to create things, do project-based learning, and learn by doing, which will be really exciting for our scholars at Kingston. Meadowview is going to have a STEM academy, and they're calling it the Lions Lab. So the Lions Lab is a STEM academy. Edgewood is creating an entrepreneurship academy. And really innovative ideas in terms of how we get our students thinking critically. And for many of our scholars at Edgewood, they'll have an opportunity to own their own business, which will be exciting for them. Knox will do performing arts, and it consists of everything from music to dancing, costume design, and so forth. Payne is doing STEAM, So they're adding that arts component and focusing on the arts during the first year of the opening. Clark is going to have social justice. So they're really going to look at civic engagement and debate and those types of concepts. So those are our academies of academic excellence. And we really want to just make it very clear that we're changing the landscape of what our elementary schools look like. And just with a lot of emphasis on literacy and supporting college and career readiness. So those are the items that I have for the superintendent's report. And then again, if you will look at your items within your packet, let's go through the consent agenda. The first item is the Microsoft renewal, and this is a renewal of a license for Office Productivity Suite of software and email hosting services. The funding source is from General. And you can see that you've got the document there that details all of the specifics as it relates to that Microsoft renewal. Next for the consent agenda, we have Verizon. And we've talked about the new phone system, but this is the actual agreement. This will reduce our phone bill by about $2,000 monthly, which is significant. It will replace 12-year-old office phones. We have phones in many of our schools that are aging, and they're starting to fail because of that age. And we also get free phones as part of this agreement. They have upgraded capabilities such as apps, and they have programmable settings and so forth. The funding source for this is also General, and you've got several agreements, including pictures that show you the phone, and that first phone that you see, I believe, is $88. That's the one that we will have for our offices and our schools. And so that's the Verizon agreement, and then again is replacing the phones that we currently have. Next, for your consent agenda, we have our summer 4-day work schedule, and this is where I'm just making the recommendation that we do as we've done in the past and begin our 4-day work schedule. And the recommendation is to start at the week of June 3rd and end it the week of July 26th. Next, we have our WAN and Internet Access Service Agreement. Again, you've seen this before, and this time we do have the numbers on the document. So as you look at the document, you will see that the costs are there. But again, keeping in mind that this is 90% of it is paid from our E-rate, and then the other 10% will be paid from General. Byrd and Cedar Park have been removed, and our bandwidth has been doubled. So we're excited about being able to decrease our lag time as we move forward with this particular service agreement. And up next, we have a 5K parade permit, and this is for our Aim for Excellence 5K and 1 mile fun run, which you may have already registered for, but if not, please make sure you do so, and we'll have more information about it at the board meeting. But this is our back to school initiative to get students, parents, and teachers excited about coming back to school. It's on August 3rd at Block Park, and again, we'll have a 5K race as well as a 1 mile walk or fun run. And we've got information in our keynotes here. It's a $25 fee if you all want to register for that race. But there'll also be some other extracurricular activities, including our school uniform giveaways and just some fun events for the students and parents on that day. So it's going to be a family fun day in addition to that. But this is for the actual application for the parade permit. It's a $50 application and then $60 for the police escort. Next, we have the upslope agreement, and I have emailed this to you all before just to make sure that you were aware of the work that we were looking at doing with upslope. At our board retreat, we of course had Dr. Dave Braswell to present the concepts that upslope specializes in. For this particular agreement, Dr. Dave is going to work with our principals and central office administrators who are supervisors and help us develop an employee code of conduct so that we can put this in the hands of every employee especially if they're new, but even if they're not, just making sure that our expectations are clear for all employees. And the work also comes along with an online tool to support progressive discipline. And he did give us a demonstration of that at our board retreat. And then also, Dr. Dave had mentioned continuing the work, or finishing the work rather, that he started with us as a board and superintendent partnership, so that we can create our ethical philosophy, and he's willing to do that while he's here for this training as well. And I have sent you an email about that, looking at some particular dates and times so that we can finalize that with him to get that on his calendar while he's here. Next, we do have a couple of schools who are doing summer learning. Meadowview is doing their Lions Lab over the summer. And this summer academy is for rising 1st through 5th grade students to improve their academic skills in the areas of reading and math. And the academy will begin on June 3rd, and it will run through June 27th. So it's just during the month of June from 8 to 12, Monday through Thursday. And this again is at Meadowview, and the funding is from Title I, and there will be 4 teachers who will work within this program. Next, we have another summer program with Sophia P. Kingston. And for this particular program, Kingston is looking at a math and reading summer focus for students in 2nd grade. So just really zooming in with our 2nd graders and making sure that they are being prepared to enter 3rd grade. So these are actually our rising 3rd graders. And looking at literacy-based work based on data from the students. So they're going to use their DIBELS and Scantron data to determine the specific work that will be done within this summer program. It will begin on June 3rd also and go until June 27th and run from the hours of 8 to 12. So again, just a half day, and it's Monday through Thursday. And it will be funded through Title I from the school as well as with some district support for funding. There will be a teacher working for 4 hours for this particular program, and a substitute teacher will also be available to assist if needed. And then the final item within our consent agenda is our district-wide summer learning. And this is where we're looking at making sure that we are giving all students in grades 3 through 5 an opportunity to receive summer learning, because we do want to do as much as possible to prevent the summer slide. And so with this program, we're identifying 2 locations. We'll have a location at Clark and a location at Knox. Classes will be held Monday through Thursday, and the same dates beginning June 3rd and ending June 27th. The times will be from 8 to 1, and this will be funded by Title I also. And so this is just another opportunity again for reading and math support for our rising 3rd through 5th graders. We'll have district-wide opportunities for students and parents to apply for this, and so that we can, of course, support all of our scholars with quality summer learning. Next, for our new business, you will receive your personnel reports later this week. We are still finalizing a few items with that, but you do have within your packet a job description for approval, and this is for a STEAM specialist. We are repurposing a technician position and creating a STEAM specialist. We've talked about the need to have more support for science and math. And this position will actually do that, along with, of course, the other aspects of STEAM. And it will be a 12-month teaching position. So we're really excited about having a district-wide person to support science and math and in all of our schools. And of course, we've got several of our elementary academies that will focus on either STEM or STEAM. And even with what Kingston is doing with that collaboratory, that's very much a STEM-based program as well. And then, of course, at R.B. Hudson, they've got the STEAM Academy that we'll be introducing next year as well. Just a few reminders. I did send you an update a week or so ago. Graduation is on June 22nd. I'm sorry, May 22nd, not June, May 22nd, and you will get more specific details about that the week before graduation. I thought things went pretty well last year, but if there are some questions or suggestions that you have that you would like to see done differently this year, then by all means, please let us know so that we can include that in the planning. But otherwise, you'll get the complete details the week prior to graduation. Also, we will have a called board meeting on May 16th, which is on a Thursday. It will be at 5 o'clock here at the boardroom. We are not having a work session this month, and so the next time that I see you will likely be at our board meeting, which is next Tuesday, May 7th. If you've got any questions at all as you review the materials, please reach out to me if I don't reach out to you first, because I definitely want to make sure that we've got clarity, especially for those items that are on the consent agenda. If there's anything that you need more information on, then by all means, please let me know. And like I said before, you'll get your personnel report by the end of the week. I think that's it. This concludes our flipped work session. Looking forward to seeing you all soon. Thank you so much for your support and have a great day.